Senator has the floor.
Thank you. You know, I think most everything's been said at this point. I just a couple points I want to make. First of all, this whole issue has been so heavily politicized. I think it's basically impossible to talk about science. I don't think it's possible to debate whether masks work or not. I don't think it's possible to debate even vaccines anymore to some extent. It seems like that's even been heavily politicized. CDC guidance. You know, we passed a law that says our school boards are supposed to base their decisions on CDC guidance. Guess what happens? The blue school boards go one way, the red school boards go the other, based on the CDC guidance, because nobody can agree on what the CDC guidance says. You know, at the end of the day, I'm going to put up a red vote, a light red vote on this one, because I think the bill is written right now is not perfect, and it needs more work. All of the politicization that's occurred is going to create more problems down the road once COVID's gone. I'm horribly concerned about the political debate that's happened about vaccines is going to cause a lot more families not to get their children vaccinated. I'm worried that we're going to start seeing measles outbreaks in our schools or other types of outbreaks. And we have a statute before us right now that a bunch of you are about to vote green on that says if you get a measles outbreak in your local elementary school, the school board has to go beg the governor for some kind of emergency order about it instead of being able to do a mask mandate at their school. And I think our school boards ought to have at least that flexibility. And from my point of view, this statute ought to have, with regard to this pandemic, some kind of time restriction in it or some sort of type of metrics. But what Virginia really needs is some clarity. Virginia needs clarity today so all this conflict will stop. And I just want to say, you know, I saw the governor taking credit for this yesterday. And that really disappointed me because I don't think he deserves a lot of credit. By dropping an executive order in violation of Virginia law, all he did was create more chaos. The way we pass laws in this state, the way we govern in a democracy, is the legislature passes laws, the governor signs them, and the courts interpret them. And that's the way this should have proceeded, which is kind of what we're doing right now. And the reason I put a green vote on the mask amendment is because I think we need to have a debate and some conclusion to the mask discussion. And so I'll be voting red today, but I hope when we see some amendments to this bill, or maybe when it comes through from the House, that we can get this language straight because it needs more work. And I think if this language was worked on further, we might be able to get to a solution that is more bipartisan instead of one that continues to be politicized. Thank you, Madam President.